The dark side's calling out, nothing is real. She'll never know just how I feel. From out of the shadows, she walks like a dream. Make me feel crazy, make me feel so mean. Ain't nothing gonna save you from a love that's blind. Slip to the dark side, across that line. On the dark side, oh yeah. On the dark side, oh yeah. Dark side's going on, nothing is real. She'll never know just how I feel. From out of the shadows, she walks like a dream. Make me feel crazy, make me feel so mean. And nothing gonna save you from a love that's blind. Slip to the dark side, across that line. On the dark side, oh yeah. On the dark side, oh yeah.
In the summer of '63, On the Dark Side was the #1 song in the country.
It's even bigger now. That's Joanne Carlino. She was Eddie's girl.
Sally plays the bass,
Wendell on sax.
Kenny on drums,
Guy on piano is Frank Ridgway. He wrote all their lyrics. Called him the Word Man.
Wendell
That was August of 1963.
died of a heart attack. He was only 37. March 15th, 1964. It was a little after 5 a.m. Eddie's car went off the Raritan Bridge.
Must have been a hell of an accident.
Who says accident?
You saying he was murdered?
Could have been a suicide.
All right, so what's our hook gonna be?
What about the idea that Eddie is still alive?
You mean Eddie lives?
It's possible. They never found his body.
Like it. Eddie swam away from the car, had Jim Morrison waiting for him on shore, and then Amelia Earhart flew them both to Paris, where they're all living together in sin.
Look, there are a lot of holes in this story. Now, something was going on with that group. Something that nobody knows anything about.
Get to the point, Maggie.
Do you ever hear of a poet named Arthur Rimbaud?
French Lit 105 was required.
Okay, kiddies, you want to sit back in your seats and listen?
Sure.
A Season in Hell, a spiritual and confessional autobiography. Arthur Rimbaud was a genius. His writings were a quest, a search for perfection, an attempt to find total freedom. At the age of 19, Arthur Rimbaud committed suicide. Not of the flesh, but of the mind and soul.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means he never wrote another word and disappeared off the face of the earth. He was not seen nor heard from again for nearly 20 years until he reappeared in a hospital in Marseille on his deathbed.
Maggie, it's a terrific story. I just don't see what this has got to do with Eddie Wilson.
You know where Eddie was coming from the night of the accident? He was coming from a recording studio where he just finished taping an album. You know what the name of that album was? A Season in Hell.
So what you're saying is that Wilson's pulling a Rimbaud?
I don't know. But if he is, we've got ourselves one hell of a story, don't we, guys?
You think you can get your hands on those tapes?
I went to Satin Records yesterday. I figured that the master had to be sitting in their vault. I wondered why they never released this album. You know what I found out? The tapes are missing. Someone checked them out on March 16th, 1964. the day after Eddie supposedly died. And that's going to be our hook.
Hit on the Jersey side of the Holland Tunnel, New Jersey Turnpike and the Garden State.
Sidewalk surfers by the streets of superfans. Fires like the faces of the gypsy caravan. Open up your door. Let those late nights start. Into the wild summer nights. Wild summer nights. Wild summer nights. Baby, run wild. Summer nights. Run wild. Summer nights.
Back on the charts again, Eddie and the Cruisers doing Wild Summer Nights from their hit album Tender Years. And this is Scott Muni, NEW.
And so I dare to hope, though changed, no doubt, from what I was when first I came among these hills, when like a roe I bounded o'er the mountains, by the sides of the deep rivers and the lonely streams, wherever nature led. More like a man flying from something that he dreads, than one who sought the thing he loved. So, what's Wordsworth getting at?
He's saying that places stay the same, but people change.
Okay, do people change or don't they? That's worth talking about.
All right, have a nice weekend. And remember, I don't want to see any of your faces for at least 48 hours.
Awesome.
So strong, and as I still walk on, I think of the things we've done together while our hearts were young. I'm a walking in the rain, tears are falling, I feel the pain, wishing you were here by me.
Be the big time.
She ran away, and I wonder where she will stay. My little runaway, run, 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 run away.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm a walking in the rain, tears are falling, and I feel a pain, wishing you were here by me. To end this misery, I wonder, I wonder why she ran away.
Can I help you guys?
I wonder where she will
Yeah. Tell Tony, Eddie and the Cruisers are here.
She got love that'll get you down. People love to put you wise. She goes out with all the guys. I got a boy on a story from the guy you know. I fell in love with my love still blows down. Ask any fool she ever knew. I keep away from a runaround. So keep away from that girl now. You know what you do.
Wendell, you're on the keyboards on
Hey,
this
Big
one, huh?
Papa, where you going? You gotta listen to my new song. You're the one who knows what goes.
Hey, Sally. Never bullshit a bullshitter. You make the music. I'll make the deals. Get some sleep.
Let's get on the music. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. Betty Lou, wow, wow, wow. Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. Well, walked to a shoe store, picked out a shoe, tried on a 12, but I wouldn't do. Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. Betty Lou, wow, wow, wow. Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes.
Hold it. Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? Where you racing to? Where's the fire?
No fire. That's the way the song was written. It goes that way. Upbeat. What's the problem?
The problem is, I'm just saying words. You know, you gotta give me a little room so people know what I'm singing about.
Hey, you lose the beat, people miss a step. We want them to dance.
Lose a beat, miss a step. What are you, a moron, Sal?
You believe this guy?
Look, Sal, I like your stuff, but it just ain't what I was looking for. You understand?
Forget it. You had your mind made up before you even started. So what am I knocking myself out for?
Look, I don't want to argue with you, Sal. You want to get another opinion on the subject?
No. Forget it.
Joanne, what do you think?
What are you asking her for?
Why not ask her? She's got a brain.
I don't know anything. She knows, huh? Everybody you bring in this band's an expert, except Sally. Sally's just a dumb guinea, right?
You dumb guinea. Hey, kid, come here.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you, come here. Now, you heard what we're talking about. What do you think?
I think he's right. I think it needs a caesura.
See? My way with a cesarean.
A what?
Tell him. What's your name?
Frank.
Tell him, Frankie.
A caesura? That's a timely pause, a kind of a strategic silence.
That's exactly right.
If you want, I'll give you an example.
Okay. One evening I took Beauty in my arms, and I thought her bitter, and I insulted her.
Sounds like shit, right?
Okay, wait a minute. Now I'll do it with the caesura.
One evening I took Beauty in my arms, and I thought her bitter.
And I insulted her.
Now, that's good class. Does that have class, Sally, right? Hey, kid, you can stay.
Excuse me.
Oh. Can I help you?
Maggie Foley, I work for Media Magazine. I'm doing a story on Eddie Wilson, and, well, I thought you might be of some help.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, I'd like you to tell me about the past. I want to know what it was like to be a cruiser.
Miss,
Maggie.
I'm sorry. There's nothing personal in this. I'd like to help you. I really would, but,
Frank, there are a lot of unanswered questions about that.
Yeah, well, I understand what you're up against, but, that was then and this is now, and, I don't care to be interviewed.
Look, Frank, I'm not here to make a carnival out of your life. Now, I have something very different in mind. I'm going to do a tribute to a group of guys who were ahead of their time.
You don't understand. The night Eddie died, the cruisers died with him.
Frank, what happened that last night at the recording studio? The night that Eddie died?
There's no way on earth I'd go into that with you.
Frank, why not?
Maybe because Eddie's dead and I'm alive. He was my friend. You I just met. Hello?
Word man.
Who is this?
This is the master of voices, maker of choices, your old buddy. You don't remember.
Doc?
Hey there, word man. Hey there, word man. Whatever happened to you?
Well,
What you been up to?
well, it's been a long time, Doc.
It sure has, kid.
So, what's up?
You need me, word man. You need me bad.
Oh, is that right?
Look, kid, we gotta talk. How soon before you get your ass over here?
Well, where are you?
Right back where we started, kid. Asbury Park.
All right, you Near Bear fans, remember Mock, Bird, Ing, Bird, Charlie and Inez Fox, Summer 63? Well, James Taylor and Carly Simon are betting you don't. My man, the word man. Long time, kid.
Doc, how you been?
Oh, man, the hits just keep on coming. Hey, you haven't changed much, huh? Still a kid? Don't bother returning the compliment. Give me that stuff, will you, Frank? Sit down. Hey, man, this joint ain't as bad as it looks. I mean, the pay ain't bad. You can't beat the hours. Besides, there's a college nearby. They tell me I'm becoming quite a cult figure around here.
Hey, Doc, that's great.
So, you ever write that book?
No. I never got around to it. So, what did you ask me down here for? What's so urgent?
You talked to that chick from Media Magazine? I guess you know what's been happening with the cruises lately. Something's busting, kid. And it's busting fast. The way I see it, Eddie's my ticket out. And yours.
Doc, we did one album, 12 cuts. You're making a big deal out of nothing.
I'll tell you about nothing. Nothing's what we got on the reissue of the old album, man. After Eddie died, man, I sold the rights all back to Lou Eisen, that bastard. Remember him? There's nothing I can do about that now. But this movie thing, man. You heard about the movie deal, right? The Eddie Wilson story. The way I see it, they gotta have a script, right? They gotta have locations, period, stuff like that. That's where we come in, man. Technical consultants. They gotta come to us. I mean, who else they got? And there's more. There's gotta be parts in there for both of us. I mean, not that we should necessarily play ourselves. I ain't saying that.
Doc, it sounds like you can't miss. I wish you all the luck in the world.
Hey, kid. Guess I lost my touch, huh? I can't convince you. Who can I convince? All right, listen, Frankie. Give me a ride home. My car's kind of out of commission. Besides, there's something I want to show you.
Sure, Doc. Any way you want to play it.
I was thinking, Frankie. I mean, it's just an idea. I know you're gonna hate it.
What is it?
I was thinking about bringing the group back together. Eddie and the Cruisers, featuring Sal Amato, appearing nightly at 8 and 11. I dig this. I checked him out last week. He's got this Eddie Wilson look-alike. No, he ain't half bad. Starting to make a little noise, but you know Sally, the kid's a nickel and dime operation. Now, here's my plan. I figure we get rid of the losers and bring on the cruisers. You, Clone, Sally, Kenny, some dude on sax, and the chick,
Joanne.
Yeah, right, Joanne. I hear she's back, you know. She was out in Vegas, Caesar's Palace.
Where's she now?
Over around Wildwood. I hear she's choreographing at one of the big hotels on the boardwalk. At any rate, I get the group back together, right? Get a little seed money, get some publicity, right clothes, open up the right joint at the right time, and frankly, we come back big. Eddie and the original cruisers.
Hey, why not do a James Dean, huh? Hit the junkyards, blowtorch Eddie's car into little pieces for the tourist trade. Only do me a favor, leave me out of it.
Sorry, kid.
It's okay, forget it.
Shit. They may look like shacks on the outside. You'll be surprised at the interior. Next day off. This was waiting for me when I got home last night.
Looks like we got the same decorator, Doc. They got my place this morning.
Ah. It's like the old joke. We might be paranoid, but don't mean they ain't after us.
Who is they?
Music lovers.
Why?
They must have something they want.
What?
Can't you figure it out?
No.
Well, try. I mean, come on, what could we have that's worth stealing? My Robert Hall suit? Your Wilkerson blades?
Oh, come on, Doc, give me a break. What are they after?
The tapes. Season in Hell.
A touch of class for Tony Moritz.
Thanks.
What's this? Poetry?
Yeah. Rimbaud. You know anything about him?
Sure. He was quite disreputable. Mean. Perhaps even ruthless and perverse.
A tortured soul. But still, one of the greatest poets that ever lived. you like it?
No, thanks. I gotta go.
Here. Take it with you. Present.
I'll just borrow it.
Okay.
See ya.
Joanne was telling me you write music. Thinks you might be good. They'll give you a try. What I want is songs that echo. The stuff we're doing now is like somebody's bed sheets. Spread them out, soil them, ship them out to laundry, you know? But our songs, I want to be able to fold ourselves up in them forever. You understand? That's the most you'll ever get out of me, word man. Ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Holiday Inn is proud to present a group that's been bringing us hits for nearly 18 years. How about a big hand for some Jersey boys who really made good? Eddie and the Cruisers featuring Salamato.
Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. 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 Betty Lou, wow, wow, wow. Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes.
Whiskey water back. What do you want? I'll have a Pepsi.
I don't know. Black Coca-Cola, style outfit, walking down the street in the brand new kicks. Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. Betty Lou, wow, wow, wow. Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. She walked in a shoe store, picked out a shoe, tried on the
Hi.
floor, what that wouldn't do. Betty Lou
Oh, hi.
got a new pair of shoes. Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. Betty Lou.
I have a table down front. Would you like to join me?
No, if Sally knew I was here, he's just crazy enough to call me up on stage.
Didn't you tell me you were coming?
I wasn't sure what his reaction would be.
You know, I interviewed him between shows. He said some very nice things about you. He told me that you were some kind of genius with words, regular whiz kid. Frank, why did you come here tonight?
I just wanted to see how things turned out for an old friend of mine.
Is that all?
I guess I also wanted to see how things might have turned out for me.
Can I buy you a drink after the show?
Dark side's gone now, nothing is real. She'll never know just how I feel. Out in the shadows, she walks like a dream. Makes me feel crazy, makes me feel so mean. Nothing's gonna save me from a love that's blind.
Dark side's calling out, nothing is real. She'll never know just how I feel. All of the shadows, she walks like a dream. Makes me feel crazy, makes me feel so mean. Nothing's gonna save you from a love that's blind. Slip to the dark side, you cross that line. On the dark side. Oh, yeah. On the dark side. Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
What?
I said not bad.
Not bad? Eddie, what's with you? The kid can't play, he can't sing, and he can't write. So what's not bad?
He's got something we need.
Like what?
Words and music, Doc. Words and music. All right, now let's get on with the music. See what I'm doing? Do it like I'm doing it. It's rock and roll. All right? Do that. No. Like this, like this. Relax.
You
loosen up.
say
It's
not
only rock
bad?
and roll. Right? Come on.
All right, I can't do this.
No, man, now come on. Just concentrate. It's easy. It's like getting laid, riding a bike. Come on. See? Loosen up. There's hands up there. Yeah, come on. Go. Go. See?
You got it, Frankie. Yeah. You got it. Yeah. Get on there.
Dark side's calling out, nothing is real. She'll never know just how I feel. From out of the shadow, she walks like a dream. Or maybe feel better.
You on vacation or what?
You know they're gonna save you from a love that's blind. Slip to the dark side and cross that line. On the dark side. Oh yeah. On the dark side. Oh yeah. Nothing gonna save you from a love that's blind. Slip into the dark side, cross that line. Ooh, on the dark side. Oh yeah. On the dark side. Ooh yeah.
That was the memory lane voice of Eddie Wilson. The original sound of the Cruisers. And I'd like to take you on another little journey now. How many of you remember that old feeling? Sand in your shoes? Ants in your pants? A secret weapon in your wallet? That's you, right? Yeah. And how about the feeling of that magic night? The first time. How many of you remember that? I want to see a show of hands. Come on. Oh. Slow dancing, submarine races, hickeys. How about those wild nights when you were cruising with your favorite girl and the top was down and the music was blasting? Well, that was the inspiration behind Wild Summer Nights. 1, 2, 3, 4!
Wild summer nights, baby. Wild summer nights. Wild summer nights, baby. Run wild. Summer nights. Strangers cruising down the South Strip. Cool cats, switching press for hot lips. Night shift, the island was fast. dancing stardust in the light. You held me closer and closer. There was magic in the night. A sweet love song, a melody that I still can recall. Two young hearts filled with dreams to walk away with it all. Whoa, whoa, tender years. Won't you wash away my tears? How I wish you were near. Please don't go, tender years. A summer love, a beach romance, salted kisses in the sand. Two young hearts filled with fire, lost in never, never land. Whoa, whoa, tender years. Won't you wash away my tears? How I wish you were near. Please don't go, tender years. Whoa, whoa, tender years. Won't you wash away my tears? How I wish you were near. Please don't go, tender years.
All right.
Eddie Wilson is a part of yesterday, sure he is. But he's as much a part of this group today as I am. You know, we're still together, him and me. And never a day passes that I don't think he's around somewhere. Out in the street, around the corner, not far away at all.
Forever they will haunt me, but what can I do? Those oldies but goodies reminds me of you.
Cruisers with Salamano. Let's give them a big hand once more for this really great group. Ladies and gentlemen, here they come. Here they are. Take it down, Sally. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you very much. Don't go away. Stick around. They'll be dancing till dawn to the keyboard sounds of our very own Regina Lewis. Thank you.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Well, comes walking through the door, Word Man himself. It's like I've been telling everybody, when you're hot, you're hot.
Where you been hiding yourself, Word Man?
Teaching high school in Vineland. Never left the Garden State, Sal.
No lie?
No.
Yeah. Sit down. Sit down. I used to wonder about you. Yeah, I figured maybe you moved to California. They're writing for movies under an assumed name or something. Want a beer?
Hey, thanks.
Word, man. I just got interviewed for television by Media Magazine. Yeah, they had a whole crew here. They had lights and cameras, everything.
Hey, that's great, Sal. What'd you talk about?
Me. You hungry? You want a slice?
No.
You know what she really wanted to talk about? Those old tapes. Season in Hell. She said something about them being missing. Wanted to know if I knew where they were.
What'd you tell her?
I told her I don't have a clue. For all I care, they could have gone down with Eddie. You understand?
Sally, you were on those tapes, too.
They find those tapes. What's in it for me, huh? I just about broke my fingers trying to play that stuff.
Well, they must be worth money somebody's willing to pay for them.
But we ain't gonna see a dime from that. They'll find a way to screw us. They always do. Guys like you and me, they strike oil under your garden. All you get is dead tomatoes. I get the picture. It's still Eddie, isn't it? They could care less about me. It's more Eddie they want.
Oh, Sally. Hey. You ever wonder what it might have been like if he was still around?
I used to wonder. It ate me up. I figured Eddie was my one shot at the bigs. I thought we could go all the way together. After he died, I got crazy. And some nights it's like Eddie's still alive. And I get mad at him all over again. I'm mad at him for living. And I'm mad at him for dying. The dumb way that he did. Sure, it gripes me when I think of how big we could have been.
The time is right. You hold me tight. And love.
Come on, just one more dance.
We signed a $50,000 contract to do another album. That was a lot of money in those days. They gave us a $10,000 advance, and the offers started pouring in. They all wanted the cruisers. And we were on such a high, we thought we'd never come down. Anyway, one night Doc was reading off a list of potential dates, and I heard him mention Benton College, my old school. Nobody wanted to go, and the money was short. Also, Eddie felt that it wasn't our kind of place, that we wouldn't fit in. But I wanted to go. Oh, God, how I wanted to go.
Do you believe this? Oh, man. Hey, I didn't know we were going to summer camp.
You know, there's 600 guys here that haven't seen a girl since New Year's. They bring them by train, by car, by the busload. Cattle cars, they call them.
Sounds like Zoo Parade.
Round them up! Move them out!
South Philly was never like this.
Come on, you guys, get off my back.
Steve Ray, who won?
Hello, girls.
Stop.
Robin Roberts out in Mound. Look at this. It's an ice cream convention, man. Oh, they're gonna sacrifice the cricket.
No, they're gonna sacrifice you. How does it feel to be home, Frankie?
Look at this. What do we have here?
Yeah, right. Real group of pistoleros, you guys.
Hey, Wordman. The shindig tonight. How are we supposed to dress?
Hey, wait a minute. What is the big deal? We played colleges before.
Yeah, sure. We played Say Something down in Delaware and Fairly Ridiculous up in Madison, but we ain't never played no finishing school like this. This is a mistake. We don't belong here. These people are different.
I'm telling you, they're gonna eat us up. They're just a bunch of college kids, no better than you.
Hey, I didn't say better. I said different. You want to remember that.
What do you think?
What do I think? I'm scared to death.
Ah, hell, Joanne, come on.
When I graduated from high school, I asked my guidance counselor what he thought I should do. He talked about being a beautician, or a typist, or a nurse. But that was already reaching for the moon. And the whole time he was checking me out. He is a bright one. Doesn't really matter what kind of job you get. Because in a year you'll be married and pregnant with the first of 6. And they won't be college material any more than you are, Cookie. Case closed.
Hey, listen. These people, they're way behind you.
I don't think they think so.
Hey, Ridgeway. Frank, what are you doing?
Livingston, how are you?
Okay. Hey, this is Frank Ridgeway, my old roommate. That's Lois Wilkes.
Hi, Lois. Join Carlino.
How you doing? Keith Livingston. Nice to meet you. So, what are you up for the weekend?
Yeah.
Right to spring?
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect. You know who they got playing tonight at the dance? They got the Cruisers. You know, the mean-ass black group out of Newark, the Cruisers.
Oh, yeah, I heard of them.
You know, when that Lois girl asked me where did I go to college, I didn't know what to say.
You told her you worked in the city. Fine.
Whether we were pinned or lavaliered.
Hey, look. You're good enough to be here.
You mean I'm good enough for you? That's it, isn't it?
Sometimes I think you're too good.
How do you know I'm not?
I didn't mean that. Come
Eddie
on.
said different.
Yeah. Thanks for the date.
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh.
You're welcome, then. Let's go back.
Showtime yet? Just changing to my other stuff.
No.
Oh, take a minute.
I said no. You stay like that.
Hey, man, you got some fine college here. All the advantages. You got ivy walls, lecture halls, full dress balls, and you got the cruisers and the nasty stuff. For the get-down music and the hanging tough. Better grab a woman, don't mention your name, because after tonight, she'll never be the same. When the lights go out and the clock winds down, better find me a woman and go downtown. No hand-holding baby who'll nip me tuck. I want a girl off the streets who knows how to. Thank you people for making the scene. Show's just starting now. I'm gonna come clean. I'm gonna present the cruisers one by one. On drum, just go through a phase, Kenny Hopkins. On sax, the bruiser, Mr. Wendell Newton. On bass, long, tall Sally Amato. But not least, your favorite and mine, Joanne Carlino.
Hey, Eddie! We got somebody!
Who that forget?
Guy on the piano, Ridgeway.
Oh yeah, on piano. We got, Toby Tyler. Stage name, show business, nom de plume. He's that little boy that ran away from home and joined the circus, isn't he? Snuck into the tent without a ticket so he could see all the wild animals inside, the savage beasts, the clowns, the freaks. Let's hear it, everybody, for Toby Tyler. All right, here we go. Turn up the lights. She like that rock and roll. Oh, mama, mama, mommy just don't know.
The next day, I told him I was leaving and I'd take the bus back.
And what did he say?
He said, okay, sure, go ahead. I'll just call up the union and have them send someone else over, like so much busted plumbing. And he asked me to take a walk with him. He didn't say anything for the longest time. And then he turned to me and he said, Woodman, we need each other. Words and music. And he crossed his fingers, showing how they go together. Remember, words and music.
So you stayed.
Yeah. I stayed.
Butt season in hell. Frank, how much influence did Rambo have on Eddie?
Looking for ghosts.
Maybe.
You don't really think Eddie's still alive, do you?
I guess not. But what about the coincidence of Season in Hell? Frank, what happened to those tapes?
Hey, look. It didn't work. The record company hated it. They never released the album.
Frank, I want to get a hold of those tapes and play them on my show. Let's let them be heard. And let the people decide whether they're any good.
I don't know where they are. Honest. I'd like to find them as much as you would.
Frank, is that why you stopped writing? Because they told you that you weren't any good?
Words and music. Remember? Without Eddie, there wasn't any more music. Night, Maggie.
Good night, Frank.
I'm serious. Doc wants to get Sally's band and us to go back on the circuit again.
Guy's out of his head. And some old songs, them old memories. It'll make you crazy, man.
Yeah. Just a phase, huh, Kenny?
Yeah, sure. We had some fun times for a while there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I like being on top. What's not to like? Be out there in the back of the caddy balling some chick, you know? One of our tunes come on the radio. Oh, I mean, who was better than me, right?
Well, there was something special about that time, you know? I miss it.
Hey, don't fool with the memories, huh, Frankie?
I'm not so sure I can stop.
Okay. Okay, but if you're gonna do that, then you gotta take a look at the whole story, man. I mean, there were bad times, too. The fights, the arguments, the hassles. A few things I'm sure that you've forgotten all about. Toby Tyler. Hey, did he play hell with you that night, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You remember Sal and Doc at each other's throats? Eddie and Joanne not being able to talk to each other, nobody talking to each other. Remember Wendell dying?
I remember.
That? Yeah, right. Heart attack, right? Man, you still don't know what went down there.
What are you talking about?
Where the hell have you been? Heart attack my ass. What, do you live in a cloud? It's time you grew up. Go. Wendell. Come on, Wendell, let's go. We gotta go, man. Wendell. Hey, Wendell. Hey.
Stupid son of a bitch.
The other day, I buried one of my best friends. He was the best sax player I ever heard. And they tell me I gotta come up here and entertain you people now. I don't think I'll be able to do that.
When the moon hung soft and low, catching stardust in the light, you held me closer and closer. There was magic in the night. Oh, tender year, won't you wash away my tears? How I wish you were near. Please don't go, tender year.
Hi.
Hi. God, you look great.
I just came from rehearsal.
Still, you look terrific.
I'm so glad you called.
You know, I wanted to so many times, but now, you know, this revival of our music, I couldn't help thinking about you. And remembering the good times we had. I just had to see you again, Joanne.
We had fun, didn't we, Frank? You know, I've never been able to let go. To let you go.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Hey, you know, I've seen all the guys.
You did?
Yeah? Kenny's in Atlantic City dealing blackjack at one of the casinos.
Really?
Yeah. Doc's a DJ back in Asbury Park.
Did you see Sally?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's knocking them dead with the oldies but goodies. Would you believe he's still playing Betty Lou? Only now he's finally doing it his way.
Without the caesura.
Yeah. How do you feel, them playing our old songs on the radio again?
I guess it's fun. But you know, the strangest things have been happening lately. I keep getting these phone calls. I pick up the phone and someone plays Tender Years. Then they hang up. A couple of times a day. And last week, somebody broke into my house.
You got my place, too. And Doc's.
What's going on? Who is it?
It's gotta be those old tapes.
Season in Hell.
nothing can't be fixed, am I right?
This won't fix. This is a disaster. You want to be a poet? Try Greenwich Village.
Lou, listen, another couple of weeks, we can work
Doc,
this-
take 6 weeks. I still wouldn't know what to do with it.
You want to know what you can do with it? I'll tell you what you can do with it, you son of a bitch.
Hey, I put up 10 grand and I expect something for my money. This is what I've been waiting a year for? A bunch of jerk-offs making weird sounds? You're not gonna see a red penny.
No, hey, wait, come on, man, come here. Hey, listen, Lou, we've been under a lot of pressure since Wendell died. Let me talk to him.
You ain't talking to nobody.
Look, we'll work something out.
Bullshit.
Doc, don't do me any favors. I don't need this.
Lou, Lou. Lou! Shit. Are you crazy? We had the money in our hands and you blew it. You blew it!
Eddie,
come on.
Eddie,
Come on.
Eddie, you're wrong. You're wrong. Now listen to me. I love you. I've known you longer than anyone else. But you're wrong. They want on the dark side. What are we giving them, some damn opera? I don't even know what you're after.
I want something great. I want something that nobody's ever done before.
Why? We ain't great. We're just some guys from Jersey.
If we can't be great, then there's no sense in ever playing music again, Sal.
Blame this on you. It was you. We were doing good till you came along. And you got us all screwed up.
Eddie, wait! Eddie, the music is great. Those guys are wrong. It really is. Eddie, what is this place?
I used to hang out here when I was a kid. There used to be this old guy who owned the place. What a dreamer. He would sift through the garbage and put aside bits and pieces. Come on, I'll show you. Come on. He actually believed that you could build a castle out of a bunch of junk. Like rock. Holy shit. What a phone. Here we are, guys. Right where we belong. You got your Edsels,
Norges, Dumonts, and Eddie Wilson. Together at last, creating our own incredible monument to nothing.
Here's to nothing, fellas! Here's to nothing!
There were so many things I wanted to say to him, so many questions I wanted to ask. But Eddie and I, we had a deal. We never talked about the future. We thought the present was so fine. Why ruin it by planning ahead? But as Eddie drove off, I knew it then. There wasn't going to be any future. In the morning, they told me Eddie was gone. They hadn't found his body.
Now, that was always the hardest part to accept.
Frank, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but I have to tell you something. Last night, there was a car sitting in my driveway. A '57 Chevy, just like Eddie's.
Joanne, that car was destroyed in the accident, remember?
I know, but whoever it was must have seen me looking out the window. He blinked his headlights high, then low, then high again, just like Eddie.
Can't be. It can't be him.
Well, who then? Who?
It's not Eddie. Now, whoever it is that's watching you is looking to cash in on those tapes, but it is not Eddie.
Frank, I know where those tapes are. After the accident, I had to say goodbye in my own way. I went to Satin Records, got the tapes, and drove back to Palace Depression.
Take me there. Watch your head. You there?
Yeah.
Hold my hand. Come on. Up there.
Right, give me the light. You see it?
I feel something up there. Move in a little closer.
It's a box. It's a wooden box.
Got it. Got it. Let's go. Come on.
There's gonna be a left soon. Just past the gas station. It's summer view, you know.
Yeah, I see.
That one was always my favorite. Hello?
Who is this? God damn it, who is this?
Oh. No, don't.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's it.
Huh?
It's Eddie. He's coming over. That's our signal. It means get ready. I have to go. He'll be here any minute. I gotta go. Oh, Frank, I'm sorry. I gotta go. Eddie, it is you. Yes. Yes. Sure, Helen. Yes. I'll be waiting. Yes. Yes. Eddie. I'll be alone. Yes. Oh, hurry. Please hurry. Frank? Frank!
Hey, baby, what's the holdup?
Eddie?
Come on, let's get on with the music.
Frank! Frank! What are you doing?
Son of a bitch.
You!
Okay, okay. Why did you do this?
Shortcuts, kid. I never could do things the easy way.
Oh, Doc. Why this whole game, the car business?
I figured Joanne had the tapes. I knew she wasn't gonna give them to me. Maybe you would, man. Maybe she'd give them to you.
What would you do if you had the tapes, Doc?
Try me. Just try me. I'd have it made. For once in my life, I'd bring home a winner. I'd like that.
I once asked Eddie why he kept you around. You know what he said? He said Doc's a dreamer. And the world needs dreamers.
He was the only real friend I ever had.
Here.
All right, kid. You took it to the bigs.
Come on. Take them.
I'm gonna do this for all of us. I mean that. I'm gonna make you proud of me. Listen, I'm gonna make the sweetest deal you ever heard. They don't know it yet, but they're gonna be dealing with Doc Robbins, the Big Bopper, and I'm gonna be coming out strong, staying long, talking loud, and drawing a crowd. Hey, man, ain't the cruises, coast to coast. I ain't just talking Jersey.
Go get him, Doc!
Let's go inside.
Dark side's calling out, nothing is real. She'll never know just how I feel. From out of the shadows, she walks like a dream. Make me feel crazy, make me feel so mean. And nothing gonna save me from a love that's blind. Slip to the dark side, across that line. On the dark side. Oh, yeah. On the dark side. Oh, yeah.
The innocence of the 50s was over, and so was rock and roll as we knew it. We were entering a new age, an age of confusion, an age of passion, of commitment. Eddie Wilson saw it coming. Season in Hell is a total innovation for its time. It was a signal of greatness yet to come. Eddie Wilson was a step ahead of us, and I don't think we've caught up with him yet. Eddie's been dead for almost 18 years. But his music is as alive today as the day he recorded it. For me, and for everyone who listens to music, Eddie Wilson lives, and always will.
Cool cats searching for some hot lips. Night shift, neon ribbons flash forever. Rebels, they spend night in black leather. Shipwreck pirates claim their treasures in the sand. Sidewalk surfers ride the streets in supervans. Fires like the faces of the gypsy caravan. Open up your door. We'll let those slick pipes draw. And to the wild summer nights, baby. Wild summer nights. Wild summer nights, baby. Wild summer nights, baby. Run wild. Summer nights. Run wild. Summer nights. When the moon hung soft and low, catching stardust in the light, you held me closer and closer. There was magic in the night, a sweet love song, a melody that I still can recall. Two young hearts filled with dreams to walk away with it all. Oh, tender years, won't you wash away my tears?